The hell is this music? Welcome to the stream. I will do a proper VOD introduction at the beginning of this, but I wanted to start off with saying hello. We're going to be talking over the music during this. It's very, very loud and scary. You know, I kind of wanted a nice calmer song to begin the stream, but it's fine. In fact, why don't we actually do that? Let's get some nice, calm Hollow Knight music on for the start of this, because I think that's very pertinent for what we're going to be doing today, which is talking about Hollow Knight to begin with. So, as you may have heard, and I want to get my opinion on this out. As you may have heard, Unity has added a new feature for people who make games on its software. So if you don't know what Unity is, I feel like I don't know how you wouldn't know what Unity is, but basically Unity is a program that you use to make games on. You input code, you do a lot of assets that way, and a lot of people use them, especially indie devs. Which means, when we found out that, including Silksong, by the way, so Unity then decided to add a feature very recently where any install for your game through the Unity engine, you have to pay them 0.5%. Now that isn't a lot, but when there is a million people, that adds up significantly. So basically what Unity have done is they have created a situation now where indie devs and devs who are using Unity are gonna basically not gonna make as much financially. It will not be a financially viable option for them because it won't make as much as they should for making these games. So that isn't great. Games like Silksong might be delayed indefinitely for now anyway, because lo and behold, they haven't given a release date for that game, but if they want to make successful financial backing for the amount of time they put into that game, they can't use Unity because they'll just get fucked by it basically. Now their options are they either increase the price cap of Silksong, that's what I would do personally. I would pay £60 for that game. They do that and we're all good, or they completely remake the game in a different game software. Don't do that, Team Cherry, because that will at least delay the game by another 3 years, and I don't know if we can all take that. I don't know if the devs can take it either. But to be fair, compared to a lot of other devs who are using Unity, they are much better off than them, which is fair enough. However, saying that, new devs are not going to be affected too much because they don't get a lot of people coming in anyway, so it's more so games like Silksong that are going to get affected, which isn't the best Unity. So I'm really hoping that they decide to revoke that idea and they go for something else, because if they don't, we might be hearing some very sad news soon from Team Cherry. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say on it. Right now, we don't know anything about what they're going to do about it. I hope Unity backstep. I don't think they will, but we'll see. I have been waiting a long time for this game, and finding out it might be delayed another 3 years might suck, and I might be very sad about that. Because I don't know when it's going to come out. I assumed it would either be this year or next year, and it has not. They've heard no news, basically. So, yeah. More waiting! Fun! Time to turn into a professional e-clown and just ride along in the circus forever, because why not? In other news, I have been playing other games. I've been playing Blasphemous 2, which I have been doing over the last 2 days in particular. Mainly, I realised something that the second game has done way better than the first game. So I think I mentioned this on the last stream, that Blasphemous 2 is a lot more approachable than the first game, at least in terms of narrative and gameplay. The first game is very rough around the edges, the platforming doesn't feel very nice, and the controls are not very tight. The second game fixes that entirely. The platforming is really fun. I never feel like I'm dying because of some bullshit anymore. In fact, the enemy AI is a lot fairer too. I feel like the attacks are a lot fairer to dodge. It seems that the devs have put a lot more time into quality of life things, and that is perfect for me. the one thing that always dragged that game down, in my opinion, was it was a little bit rough around the edges. They fixed that entirely and made it more approachable too. Like, the bosses feel like they're not massive blobs on the screen that are just firing all these random attacks at you that you're not able to dodge. In this game, they've changed that, and also the hitboxes feel fairer. The locations are stunning, and I actually, you know, they're not like called the Third Church of Apocryphes, the Son of Cigarettes or something. They actually make sense, the names. Well, they probably do make sense in the first game, but considering that not a lot of people, you know, understand religious stuff like that, it just comes off as a little bit scary and intimidating to play a game like Blasphemous. So I appreciate the fact that they just went the extra mile with it and made it a lot more streamlined in the second one. Not saying they can't have that stuff in it, but they definitely made it a lot more approachable, which is good. One more thing I'll mention about the game, which I found was fucking awesome. You start the game with three weapons. You get to start the game with choosing one of 3 weapons. Now, it's a Metroidvania. You get items that allow you to progress in different ways, and you can choose your route mainly. This game does something a bit different, but very cool. Your weapon you get at the beginning can solve certain puzzles, but not all of them. Each of the weapons solve different puzzles, which means each weapon decides which area you're going to go to first. Welcome in, more malicious. I hope you're here. We are in you! Oh god. You don't have enough bees, Bob. But yes, welcome in everyone. Raid, Unicorn. I heard, more malicious, that you were playing Broforce. You know, that bro-locally game where you rescue people and they have all the celebrities who are all bros in their time. There's just a lot of references and stuff. I was about to typing shout out Broalicious. Maybe that would work. Do I have enough bees? No, you don't. Do you have a record? Do you have a bag of bees? I don't think you do. But yeah, welcome in everyone. I hope you're all doing good, Mac, Rob, also Morbo. I am literally just getting started. I was just talking about the Unity situation with the games, some of the indie devs being fucked over, basically. And I was also talking about Blasphemous. But that's kind of it. In terms of real life, I fucked my left leg. Admittedly. Let me explain. I don't know what I did, but when I was sleeping, I woke up and my left leg was in agony. And it turns out I had pulled a muscle. And I am now in pain. But it's fine. It's not too bad. It's only bad when I move around a lot, but I can feel it. It's like a stone is there. I don't think it's bad enough I need to go to a doctor, but I've taken some paracetamol just to deal with it. But yeah, it is painful when I move around. And that's not fun. But outside of that, we're going to get started with Mega Man X. Let me open the game and we can get Countdown as D. Wonderful.